Hi, my name is Seth Bitker, and today I'm going to walk you through using Gertrude to create an Ancestor DNA kit from descendant DNA kits. As a prerequisite, you will need to have created a Gertrude control file. If you don't have a control file, or you don't know what one is, please review the video on creating a control file now. To get started, go ahead and double-click on Gertrude to start the software. Then click Create Ancestor Kit. I'm going to select the GG control file that was used in the previous video on creating a control file. In your case, please select whatever control file you wish to use. The other settings have reasonable defaults or may be left blank. We will briefly describe them here. Override blacklist file. This permits you to provide a file that consists of a list of pairs of kits. Any pairs included in the blacklist will not be considered for segment matching. Given that Gertrude already has a group concept embedded in the control file, which is a more powerful way to exclude pairs of kits for matches, this override blacklist should rarely be used. The directory for kit files should only be defined if the directory that contains the kit files is different from the directory that contains the control file. If they are different, this option must be used. Otherwise, leave it blank. Default kits. These fields may be used to set default kits for autosomal DNA or X chromosome DNA. Root of target file name. The output from Ancestor kit creation consists of DNA kit files. What is the root name that you want associated with these DNA kit files? For now, I will leave this as target, but you may wish to change this. Thresholds. Fundamental to Ancestor kit creation is the concept of matching. What is the minimal length of DNA in centimorgans that should define the segment matches of various types? Unless you have a strong opinion, it is perfectly reasonable to leave these thresholds at 6 centimorgans. Robustness to identical bistate matches. This parameter is a percentage. It permits one to tell Gertrude that some matches should be evaluated with a conservative algorithm when evaluating segments for inclusion in an Ancestor kit. A high value for this parameter indicates that fewer matches will be invalidated based on inclusion of other overlapping matches. There is a trade-off, though, in that the extra nucleotides will be included in the target kit when a high value is provided. I'm going to leave this parameter at 0%, but you may wish to change it. Output formats. Which third-party formats are relevant to you? One word of caution here is that if you will be using the output kits for uploading into a third-party service, it does not mean that the format you should select here is the service that you will be uploading into. For example, as of this time, Family Tree DNA does not accept kits for upload in the Family Tree DNA download format, but it does accept kits in the Ancestry format and the 23andMe format. In my case, I want to produce output in all three formats, so I will leave all three formats toggled on. Let's submit to start processing. Gertrude is fast, so unless you have an extremely large list of input kits, you should not have to wait long for Gertrude to produce output. First, Gertrude echoes back to us parameters that it is using. Next, it reads in the DNA kits. Then it normalizes the kits for analysis and finds the matches. Then it constructs the target kit and outputs the target kits. The full files consist of DNA across all SNPs for which there is data. The kits for a specific third-party format will only include the SNPs used by that format. For each format, a file is produced with and without compression. If you're going to look at individual files in an editor, it is easiest to use the uncompressed files. If you will be transferring the files into a third-party service, whether you use the compressed or uncompressed file is a function of what the service accepts. Many services will accept either one. In this case, Gertrude has produced full kit file output and output in the format of the three popular third-party services. Thank you for taking the time to check out this video, and happy ancestor hunting.